So good afternoon, students. So we'll have a small demo on comparable interface. So let me just create the package interfaces. So in this, I'll create a class demo comparable. Now, first what I'll do here is I'll just take a student class. Okay, and in this I'll take a collections framework where I'll add the students information, student 1 2 3 4, right? And after that I want the students to be sorted. While doing the entry, I'll enter the students in a zigzag way. Okay, now after that I came to know that while entering, I'm not entering in a sequence. Remember, 1 2, like not like that, I'm just doing in a zigzag way. But ultimately, I want the students' data to be sorted in a sequence. So for that, what is that I have to do is the question. Okay. So first thing first, let me create class student. So in this, I'll have roll number, and then I'll have a name. Now let me create a constructor which has the parameters roll number and name. Since the local variable, this is the local parameters, name is same as the instance variable, so you should actually show the difference between instance variable and the local variable. You have to use this dot name equal to name. Okay, now after that I'll go for the toString method which actually prints the details of the student. So here return, say roll number is, say print the roll number, and then name is, then print the name. Okay, so this is the class. Basically, students, the class that you have written here will be your responsibility. What is this? This is a class which contains main. Maximum your responsibility of writing the main will not be your job. Job will be others, right? You are passing the values here from the main, right? So here I'll have a collection array list. In this, I'll pass student. I'll have student list equal to here the array list. But what is this? This is a constructor, right? So once you have this class, so it is your responsibility to actually import the Postgrad package java.util. The package is imported, and now say lst dot add of, say new student of first is, so what's your roll number? A6. Let me say 6. What's your name? What is that? Fine. Ashrit. So lst dot add of new student of, what's the roll number? AM, not eligible. 11. Okay. What's your name? Sadvika. Correct? So LST dot add of, what I'm trying to do here, I'm adding the students into a list students, right? Student of black shirt, what's your roll number? 86. What's your name? Sri Kar. Okay, I want one more. Some greater number. New student of specs 69. What's your name? D. Correct? DA. Okay. Now, students, now as far as OUT control space, I'll just say LST, right? I'm just trying to print the object because there is a respective toString here, right? Let's see, like this one will work. So once you see the output, okay. So roll number 6, Ashit, uh, 86 Shrikar, 11 Satvika, and 69 Siddharth. Okay. So we'll do one thing here. We'll just make sure that they are printing line by line. So save it, and once you print, okay, 6, 86, 11, and 69. Okay. Now it seems like whatever the order that we have added, the same order we are getting as the output. Now the thing is like after entering few student data, you came to know that they are not in order, and very few 10 or 15 are left. You just went ahead. Okay. Now the data is like this. Now you got to see that they are in an order. It can be any order, students, because there are only two. It can be name or roll number. Okay. Now see, what you have to do is take the help of collections interface, right? And then we just do the sort. In sort, in this, we just pass the parameter list. What is the list that we have here? Students list, right? There is something here, right? There's an error actually here. Once you say sort students, the problem here is just sort. Sort means what? I'll go to library, right? Just imagine like library books came in a tipper lorry. Library books came in a tipper lorry, and just like the tipper lorry dumps the sand, they just dump the books in our library. Okay, just like this, just like a sand dump. Now, once we go to the library, we want Java book, and just imagine like how the library will be. Librarian will be there, and books are dumped like that without any arrangement. Ultimately, we want book, right? And then if librarian says like students are feeling very tough to take a book, right? Let us sort. So he'll call his assistants and sort the library. Sort the library means what? What they know. They doesn't even know the computer science books, the electronic communication EC books, triple E books, civil books, mechanical books, or data science books, right? So here once you say sort students, it is your responsibility to say what to sort. What to sort, right? Student details, they are like roll number and name. So I have to sort based on the roll number, or what? I have to sort based on the name. That is your responsibility. Okay. Now in this case, let us go back to this class. Now here I'll say implements okay, implements implements typo. Okay, what I have done, I have just added this implements comparable. Fine. Now, once I say implements comparable, there's a problem that we are getting at this place. Okay, there are two suggestions that are shown here. One suggestion is add the unimplemented methods, and next one is make student abstract. Make student abstract means what? It is asking us to add some abstract method. So this will become an abstract class. Okay, so we are not interested in making our class abstract. So obviously we'll go with the first suggestion, add unimplemented methods. Why this suggestion came? Because we have added this class student implements comparable. So once we click on the add unimplemented methods, just see what it adds. It adds what? Compare to. So comparable adds compare to, right? So here you have to write the logic, students. Just observe compare to method. Public int compare to, obviously this one returns an integer compare to, and you just see the class here. This is a class, and what is this? Object, right? Now here I'll say this dot roll number minus o dot roll number. Okay, this is a logic that I have written. This logic is inside the class. Once you have decided to sort the student data, that logic came inside the class. That is why, students, here I just said that comparable disturbs the class. What is the disturbance? Adding that method inside the class, right? So once I save and once I run, now if you just see the roll numbers are sorted. They are sorted, right? So you need to understand this, students. This compare to where this dot roll number minus o dot roll number is not a new thing that you are seeing. If you can go back to our strcmp function in C language, strcmp string comparison, right? What it compares? It compares strings and tells us that if two strings are equal or not equal, right? How come strcmp knows two strings are equal or not equal, students? They'll compare the ASCII values. Okay, suppose say A and this is A. Comparing ASCII values means what? Capital A ASCII value is 65 and this A ASCII value is 65. It is like comparison. 65 is equal to 65? No. The logic that you are seeing here, this roll number minus O roll number, right? 65 minus 65. What is the value? It is 0. If strcmp returns 0, then they are equal. If strcmp returns a non-zero, then it is not equal. Okay, so this logic, this particular logic is not new. It's a very old thing which have taken inspiration from the C language and simply we are using it here. Okay, and since you have written this method inside this class, you are disturbing the class, right? And suppose say if you want to do the comparison of names, okay, what you have to do is you have to remove this and write the logic for name. Okay, that means logic of roll number is gone. You are sorting a name. Now another person will come. No, no, I don't want name. I want roll number. Again, you will get back to the coding. Again, you have to write it, change it here. Get back to this dot roll number minus o dot roll number. Every time it happens, students. If people are getting satisfied with roll number, you are lucky. If someone comes and asks like I want sorting based on names, then you have to change the logic. So that's a problem that we have here, right? And if you are pretty very clear about on what you have to do the sorting, what is that criteria? Is it a roll number or is it a name? If they say only roll number, then go for this comparable, right? And sometimes if it is roll number, sometimes if it is name, sometimes if it is CGPA, if it keeps on changing, then you need to skip comparable. It's not the best choice. Okay. Yeah. So this is the output. We got the output where the 6, 11, 16, and 86 are sorted.